Good morning. Today we need to discuss about the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle. So in this nitrogen cycle, we'll discuss various things about the processes. From the process we discuss what again? About the bacteria which will be running through those processes, of which we can start now. From the atmosphere we will be having the free nitrogen. That is what we discussed on our lower levels. So we are speaking about what? Free nitrogen. And this free nitrogen is in where? Atmosphere. The free nitrogen can be taken in different ways. It can be freely taken, or it can be taken through the bacteria, so that we have the biological way and we have the non-biological way. At this point, we will have plants. Then from the plants, let's go now the biological way. We can start from the biological way first. So the nitrogen will undergo something called nitrogen fixation. So our first process what? Nitrogen fixation. What do we fix? We fix our free nitrogen to what in plants? To nitrates. Let's speak about to nitrates at this point. We can interchange this arrow and we speak about what? To the nitrates. Then these nitrates will be taken by the plant through which process? Absorption process. So we are speaking about the free nitrogen undergoing nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation being converted to nitrates. What converts these plants should be leguminous. It should be leguminous. So the leguminous plants are the root nodules. We have the rhizobium what? Rhizobium bacteria. The rhizobium bacteria. So these rhizobium bacteria are the one that will fix this free nitrogen to nitrates. Then the nitrates will be absorbed by the plant. And when the plant absorbs, it can now synthesize these nitrates to the plant proteins. So in the plants, that's why when we consume the plant protein, the plant, we can obtain some proteins from the plant. How did it get the proteins? Those nitrogen were converted to the nitrates. Nitrates was absorbed by the plant. The plant synthesized and formed the plant proteins. Then now these plants will be eaten by animals. So we are saying it will be eaten by animals. So which one will be the process? A feeding process. So this one is feeding process. It will be eaten by the animals. What will the animals do? The animals, together with the plants, so we can have this one, and the animals will do what? We can get things called ammonia. We'll get what? Ammonia. And how do we get this ammonia from the plants? They can die. They do what again? Excretion. So the excretion of this animal waste. When the animal excretes the waste, we get the ammonia. Ammonia cannot be taken by the plants directly. They have to be doing what? They undergo ammonification. So the process which is being undergoing here is called ammonification. You can undergo ammonification or something called putrefaction. What happens? We convert this ammonia to the ammonium ions. So at this ammonium ammonification, we are saying we convert ammonia to ammonium ions. So these ammonium ions now can be absorbed again by the plant. So we are saying the ammonium ions can be absorbed by the plant. The same ammonia will undergo a process called nitrification. So nitrification is a process, right? We form something called nitrates. Nitrates is very toxic to the soil and it cannot be taken by the plant. It has again to undergo a process called nitrification still, and we form nitrates. What will happen to the nitrates? It will be converted, and it will be absorbed by the plant. Clear? But now this what we are speaking about, we have nitrification, two nitrification process, from ammonia to nitrates, then from nitrates to nitrates. Then now this one, this first nitrification will have different bacteria, and this one will have different bacteria. For this one is the nitrifying bacteria. So we are saying we have what is nitrifying bacteria. So the nitrifying bacteria is the one that converts the nitrates to nitrates. Then this one, we have nitrobacter, the bacteria here. So we are saying the bacteria here is what? Nitrobacter and nitrococcus. So these are the two we are speaking here. These are bacteria. Those are bacteria. These are again what? The bacteria. This one is the bacteria. Nitrifying bacteria, nitrification process. This one is a process. This one is the bacteria. So the nitrifying bacteria fix nitrates to nitrates. We have the nitrification process, fixing of ammonia to nitrates. The nitrates now it will be done by the nitrobacter and the nitrococcus bacteria. So that cycle that we have undergone is what we are calling the biological way. We have the other second biological way, the third biological way. This one was our first biological way. This one is our second biological way. The third biological way is by the green algae. So the green algae will fix that nitrogen to the ammonia. So we are saying still this one is a biological way until we get ammonia. And we are saying this one is done by what? The algae. And we are saying still it's a biological way. What do you get here? You get ammonia. It will be done by bacteria called Clostridium. The Clostridium what? Bacteria. The Clostridium bacteria. The Clostridium bacteria are the one that will fix this free nitrogen to ammonia. Then ammonia will undergo the same process. So we have spoken or discussed about the three biological ways. Let's now go again back to how the non-biological way, how we take the nitrogen from the atmosphere. This is how we do. This free nitrogen, we take it to this point, to the nitrate point. But how do we do it? The free nitrogen will do what? We combine some things. So we have nitrogen 4 oxide, and nitrogen in the atmosphere combining with oxygen to form nitrogen 4 oxide. So we are saying it's nitrogen, which is 78% in the atmosphere, combines with oxygen. We form what? Nitrogen 4 oxide. Is that clear? This nitrogen 4 oxide in the atmosphere will do what? Will form with the acid rain. It will combine with acid rain. This nitrogen 4, we are saying, combines again with acid rain, or just rain in the atmosphere, right? And then when it falls, it forms nitric acid to form nitric acid plus nitrous acid. This nitrous acid or the nitric acid will now fall to the ground, combine with the metal ions in the soil. This one again combines with what? Metal ions in soil. So we are speaking about this rainwater now. The rainwater that combined with the nitric acid, the rainwater which combined with the nitrogen 4 oxide. We go to the nitric acid. The nitrous acid combines with the metal ions that is in the soil, and will form what? We will now form the nitrates. This will form what? Nitrates. I'm saying nitrous acid plus metal ions will form the nitrates. Nitrates will be absorbed by the plant. So I've said this one is non-biological way. That is the non-biological way. The non-biological way. Then now we have the denitrification. Denitrification is about these nitrates going back to the atmosphere to be nitrogen. It's taken back as nitrogen. So this one is called denitrification. Of which this denitrification will be done by some two bacteria. Which are those two bacteria? Pseudomonas denitrificans. Pseudomonas denitrificans. Pseudomonas denitrificans and Thiobacillus. Pseudomonas denitrificans and Thiobacillus denitrificans. So we have said we have Pseudomonas denitrificans and Thiobacillus denitrificans. That one will undergo a process called denitrification. So denitrification is where we convert back the nitrates back to the atmosphere as nitrogen to be again the free nitrogen in the atmosphere because it has been failed to be absorbed by the plasma. So that is the end of our cycle. Then the same nitrates can be converted back to ammonia and then undergo the same process again, and this continues. So the denitrification is not an important process, it's a disadvantageous process because it reduces the nitrogen content in the soil. Okay, thank you. Subscribe my channel, and maybe in case of any support, I'll be ready to receive so that you continue supporting this the child of this world.